Today on People Now, the Golden Globe nominations are live this morning. We'll find out who is leading the pack this year.
Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Evans are among the stars rallying around a bullied Tennessee student whose video has gone viral.
New music on the way from Selena Gomez. We'll tell you what the pop star said to get Selenators super excited.
The man, the myth, the literal legend, Henry Winkler is here live with all the details about his reality show, Better Late Than Never.
And the cats are out of the bag and they're roaming around our studio. We're celebrating Nat Geo's Cat Week with some adorable baby fur balls.
All today on People Now. Let's go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to People Now. Great to see you. Breaking news this morning that we're just getting in out of New York. Police are responding to reports of a possible explosion near the Port Authority bus terminal at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue. New York Police Department Sergeant Brendan Ryan has made the statement on Monday. Apparently, the A, C, and E subway lines are being evacuated. One person is in custody, according to two New York Police Department sources with direct knowledge of the situation. Francisco Ramirez said that he heard two explosions as he was exiting a bus about 7:45 a.m. Eastern Time. He heard both blasts distinctly, even though he was wearing headphones. He said, from what I saw, it sounded like it came from the subway, but I'm just guessing. He went on to say it was two distinct explosions seconds from each other. And he said, as I was making my way toward the outside, I kept getting shoved by cops, and there were cops at every entrance blocking, and there was police and SWAT everywhere. He said it was scary. It was just a lot of chaos. But he said he didn't see any injuries. So, of course, this is continuing to develop, and tweets are coming in. Twitter obviously responding to this, and all the news organizations are reporting as quickly as they can. So we'll take a look at Twitter here as we continue to follow the story. Good Morning America saying a possible pipe bomb detonated in a passageway below ground at Port Authority. Gio Benitez is on the scene there. He's one of their reporters, and they're streaming some live video and hearing about what's going on.
Yeah, of course, this is very scary. We don't know a lot right now. Also, Good Morning America says the good news right now is we are hearing from police that they believe the situation is contained. Yeah, there's possible pipe bomb detonated at Port Authority in New York City. Nothing is confirmed quite yet, but reports are being out right now. Yeah, it's very, very terrifying.
Yeah, it really is. And for people that don't know, the Port Authority area is in a very sort of the heart of Manhattan. And at that time of the morning, that one person, that witness was saying it's 7:35 a.m. is a heavy traffic time. A lot of buses come through there. A lot of subway trains come through there. So the initial reports are saying it was an underground explosion. So we'll see as that continues to come in. But trending on Twitter right now is Port Authority and Times Square and a few different things there. Breaking news. Of course, everyone, when these things happen, speculate about a lot of things. What we know now, though, is that there was, according to that one witness, they heard two distinct explosions. And people are continuing to kind of tell what they are seeing. There's a live stream as well, live Periscope. That's from overhead, kind of looking down into Manhattan around the area of the Port Authority.
I mean, it just looks like madness right now. And of course, I mean, right now is a really busy time. A lot of people are on their way to work in New York City, and so there's probably a lot of confusion going on right now.
They were also, some of the news organizations were reporting that one suspect was in custody. So, of course, as that continues to roll in, we'll find out more. People can weigh in on the conversation and seeing what's going on. Hashtag People Now. We'll be reporting again on it a little bit later in the show. As it continues to develop, we'll bring you updates, so stick around for that. Now we move on to this, though. A video of a young man speaking out against those who have been bullying him and others is not only going viral, but he's quickly gaining the support from a slew of celebrity fans. In the video posted on Facebook by his mother, Tennessee student Keaton Jones tearfully explains how he was bullied at school. Alongside the video, his mom, Kimberly Jones, wrote, quote, "For the record, Keaton asked to do this after he had me pick him up again because he was afraid to go to lunch." Really sad to hear that, and the emotional video has been catching the attention of several famous faces, including Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown, Avengers actor Chris Evans, and Patricia Arquette, just to name a few. Millie Bobby Brown tweeting, "Keaton, this is so accurate. Why do people do this? I think you're so cool, Keaton. I want to be your friend, but seriously, you're freaking awesome." Patricia Arquette went on, she wrote and tweeted, "Keaton, I'm so sorry those kids are being so mean. Unless people like that change, they will end up having unhappy lives. I think you're cool." Chris Evans sending some uplifting words and a pretty sweet invite, writing in part, "While those punks at your school are deciding what kind of people they want to be in this world, how would you and your mom like to come to the Avengers premiere in LA next year?" That's pretty cool.
Great.
Keaton seems like that will not be the only red carpet appearance. Check out this other special invite.
Hey, Keaton, it's
it's Hailee here. I just wanted to say I think you are amazing. And what makes you so special is that there is only one you. And I would love for you, Keaton Jones, to be my date to the Pitch Perfect 3 premiere on Tuesday. And if you would like to go, DM me so that we can start planning your trip.
There you go, slide to the DMs, date with Hailee Steinfeld, no big deal, not too shabby, but it still doesn't end there. Singer Ricky Martin reposted Keaton's emotional video on Instagram asking for help to get in contact with his family because the superstar wants to bring the Tennessee student to Vegas to hang out at the UFC headquarters. It's very cool, and actually we have the video now of Keaton, that initial post, very emotional post when he was recounting what happened to him. Let's watch.
Just out of curiosity, why do they bully? What's the point of it? Why do you find joy in taking innocent people and finding a way to be mean to them? It's not okay.
What do they say to you?
They make fun of my nose. They call me ugly. They say I have no friends.
What'd they do to you at lunch?
Pour milk on me and put a ham down my clothes. Threw bread at me.
Is it just you?
Yep.
Or is it other kids too that feel that way?
Say it's other kids too.
How's that make you feel?
I don't like that they do it to me, and I for sure don't like that they do it to other people, because it's not okay.
And it's so heartbreaking, and it's so great to see celebrities pouring out their support for him. So many people relate to that, and we can't wait to track along with how things go well for him after this big moment. So we move on to this. Proud Papa Bobby Cannavale has officially revealed the name of his newborn son just weeks after longtime love Rose Byrne gave birth to their second child. At the premiere of his new animated film, Ferdinand, Cannavale told Entertainment Tonight that the couple decided to name their newest addition Rafa, partly inspired by his Latin heritage and one famous tennis star. Cannavale, who also has a 22-month-old named Rocco and 22-year-old son, Jake, from a previous marriage, tells the outlet, I hadn't given one of my children a Latin name yet, so I wanted to honor my mom's side of the family. And you know, Rafael Nadal had such a great year. We were constantly keeping up with him and watching all his matches. So we were like, how about Rafa? That goes well with Rocco. And that was it. There you go, now you know the story. The star went on to admit that he's still getting used to having a newborn and soon-to-be toddler in the house, but that the blended family of 5 couldn't be any happier. He said, quote, it's going great. We're a lack of sleep in the house, but we're doing well. Rocco's a terrific big brother. He's wonderful with him and really gentle with him. And my oldest is great with both of them. We couldn't ask for anything more. And we say big congratulations to that entire clan. Watch this.
With my feelings on fire, guess I'm a bad liar.
Yeah, this is no lie, though, Selenators. Selena Gomez has confirmed that she has a brand new album in the works. The singer stopped by BBC's The Radio 1 Breakfast Show with Nick Grimshaw on Monday and said the words that we have all been waiting for, quote, there is no might, there is an album. Gomez going on to add, quote, I think it's fair to say that people know that the year I've had, I was taking some time off for my health, and it was good, but now I get to be here. And we're also here for it. Gomez elaborated during the interview, quote, I poured my heart into my music and I wanted it to be fresh. It wasn't really about charts for me or numbers. It was more just about what I could creatively do for my music. Yes, I can successfully say that my inspiration for this next album is in full motion and it will be very soon. Now on Sunday, Gomez also posted this photo of herself in the studio, got fans talking. She included the caption, currently until the next year, here's where I'll be. We can't wait to hear what is next for Selena, and the Selenators are going bonkers about the whole thing.
Selenators are very, very, very excited.
Yeah.
On to some more news that we're not super excited about here. We're following the explosion reported near the Port Authority bus terminal at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue. People, tweets are coming in here. NYPD News says, update regarding explosion at 42nd Street and 8th Ave in subway. One male suspect is in custody. No injuries other than the suspect at this time. Avoid the area. Subways bypassing Port Authority and Times Square stations. Info is preliminary.
Yeah, so in the middle of New York City in Manhattan is the Port Authority. Lots of transit going through there in the mornings as people are going to work on the trains, on the buses. CNN posting this saying New York City police say subway trains are being evacuated near 42nd Street due to reports of a possible explosion. Now with things like this, there's this wave of attention. There are reports that come out and whatever. We're trying to stick with what we definitely know. And obviously, this is going to change rapidly as reports continue to come in. And to recap here, police are responding to reports of a possible explosion near the Port Authority bus terminal at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue in New York City. New York Police Department Sergeant Brendan Ryan said on Monday the AC and E subway lines are being evacuated. One person is in custody. It's according to 2 NYPD sources with direct knowledge of the situation. Francisco Ramirez is a witness who was interviewed by CNN. He heard 2 explosions as he was exiting a bus about 7:45 a.m. Eastern. He heard both blasts distinctly, even though he was wearing headphones. He says, from what I saw, it sounded like it came from the subway, but I'm just guessing. He went on to say it was 2 distinct explosions, seconds from each other. As I was making my way toward the outside, I kept getting shoved by cops. There were cops at every entrance blocking. There was police. There was SWAT everywhere. He said it was scary, just a lot of chaos. He said that he didn't see any injuries. And of course, we'll be updating on injuries and things of that nature as we get closer.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of information right now, but obviously if you are in New York, if you're commuting, be safe out there and let people know that you are okay too.
Yeah, we're going to keep up with that. And we have more training news as we move forward. So stick around for updates on that explosion and everything else going on here and at people.com as well. But now more training news for us.
On a very different note here, we are keeping up with the Kardashians today, kicking off Star Trek with some updates. Watch this.
Guess what?
I'm afraid. What?
What happens every time I say, guess what?
The person's pregnant.
We're having a baby.
What kind?
A girl.
Shut up. Do you know what it is already?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, it's so exciting either way. I can't believe you're going to have 3 kids.
Well, there you have it. Kim Kardashian-West confirmed she's having her 3rd baby via surrogate on Sunday night's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Though the soon-to-be mom of 3 confessed finding the right surrogate has been a difficult journey. Before finalizing the decision, Kim opened up to sister Kourtney, saying, getting a surrogate and finding someone that you really trust really is so much more difficult of a situation than you could really imagine. You have to make sure that their lifestyle is healthy and that they have to go through psychological testing. And it was maybe a year before we finalized our current situation. Kim continued, but I think everything happens for a reason because the surrogate that I really loved got approved, and she's such a nice person. She's so easy to talk to, and she's the perfect fit for us. But we have to decide quickly. Are we really going to go through with this, or are we going to wait until we feel more prepared? Ultimately, Kim and husband Kanye West decided to move forward with the process, opting to select 1 embryo for implantation. The 10-day waiting period left Kim especially impatient, later confessing to sister Khloe, this is the craziest waiting game. It's so frustrating. It's really nerve-wracking because you know it's only a 60% chance it'll take. One didn't work for me before I got pregnant with Saint. I tried it and I lost one of them. Well, fortunately, the implantation was a success, and as we know, the couple will soon be expecting a baby girl. While Kim was very excited to share the news with the rest of the Kardashian clan, she couldn't help but admit the situation felt different than when she was pregnant the first 2 times, revealing to Kourtney, it's kind of weird when it's not you, so I don't know whether I should start eating donuts and celebrate like I would like old times, or just go to the gym. I'm totally gonna forget, and then a month before, I'm gonna be like, holy bleep, we need to get a nursery. Well, something tells me you're gonna be A-okay, Kim. Keeping Up with the Kardashians airs Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on E! Well, 2017 is soon to be history, and a constellation of stars have made a major impact this year. People has named the most intriguing people of 2017. It's a mashup of heroes, icons, and shining celebrities who have helped shape society and light up an otherwise dark year. So we have to kick off with one of the most buzzed about women of the moment, the future Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. The former Suits actress became a real-life fairy tale when Prince Harry asked her for her hand in marriage after over a year of dating. The couple announced their engagement formally on November 27, 2017. The cover story of the latest issue of People talks about how the LA native was always destined for a life in the spotlight and that she's been an advocate for progressive causes since childhood. Well, we are very excited to see what's to come when she officially marries Sir Prince Charming at St. George's Chapel in May of 2018. Well, next up, Israeli actress Gal Gadot, who made history playing Wonder Woman. The film went on to be the highest-grossing superhero origin movie of all time. Beyond the box office, the movie had an overall message of power, kindness, and equality, and was a beacon for female empowerment during a year where women were speaking out against sexual misconduct in the workplace and beyond. Now, Gal's been quoted saying, women can be amazing, badass, strong, and inspiring. Well, we couldn't agree more, and Gal is the perfect storm of all of those characteristics. Speaking of inspiring women, it's been one heck of a year for comedian Tiffany Haddish. She made a major splash in her breakout role as Dina in the seriously hilarious comedy Girls Trip. But Tiffany's star power has lasted long past the summer. She went on to host an episode of Saturday Night Live in November, making her the first female African-American comedian to be granted the honor. But wait, there's more. Haddish is gearing up for an upcoming stand-up comedy tour and a new memoir. Seems like the good times will continue to roll next year for Tiffany. She is hot, hot, hot. Rihanna had an incredible 2017. She didn't even drop an album. The singer chose to drop a makeup line instead. Rihanna launched her Fenty Beauty line in September and made a major impact on the cosmetics scene. Fenty Beauty launched with 40 foundation shades, and that's a pretty ambitious feat for a new makeup line. But of course, Riri was up to the task, and it definitely paid off. It flew off the shelves in-store and online, making it one of the most successful celebrity makeup launches of all time.
I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move.
And of course, this list could not be complete without Cardi B. The reality star turned rapper debuted her breakout hit Bodak Yellow earlier this year, and it took off big time. It topped the Billboard 100 chart over Taylor Swift's Look What You Made Me Do, and made her the first female rapper to top the chart since Lauryn Hill in 1998. Even better, the hit single earned her 2 Grammy nominations. Cardi B definitely made money move in 2017. Well, what a phenomenal year for all of these celebrities. Keep shining in 2018 and beyond. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
Guys, joining us live this morning is the one and only legendary actor, Henry Winkler. Can barely say it, I'm so excited. Honored to have you here, sir. Thank you so much.
I can't wait to meet him.
Oh, I can't wait to meet the man.
We're so happy to have you.
We are excited that you're here and that the gang is back for season 2 of Better Late Than Never. Let's talk about this. Yeah. Last season, you teamed up William Shatner, George Foreman, Terry Bradshaw. You're going on this
trip.
And
Jeff Dye.
And Jeff Dye.
Don't forget Jeff Dye.
This trip around the world, Japan, China, South Korea, Thailand.
Yes.
You were telling me in makeup earlier. We met in makeup, as you do.
We did.
That you guys really do genuinely click. You get along as you trot around the globe.
You worry because it took us a year and a half to cast. I'm one of the executive producers, and so I was asked to be in the show, and then we pick everybody else, and it's a miracle. It's a miracle. Now, the second season, we meet at the airport in May, the end of May this year. We're in LA. And within 10 minutes, we are exactly who we were.
But last time you saw each other.
Yes.
That's really great. Do you think that maybe they're just being super nice to you because you're the executive producer?
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
No.
The man that calls the shots over here.
Because there's too much stress. We don't know what we're going to do and exactly where we're going.
Okay.
So we work from 7:45 in the morning till 9 at night. 5 cameras, no script. In a strange land.
Okay.
Yeah, so you are back for season 2.
Yes.
You guys are taking on 5 new countries
Yes.
in this trip.
Munich is, the first one is Munich, and then Berlin. In Berlin, I traced my roots. My parents left Germany in 1939, escaped Nazi Germany, and I've never been to Berlin. That was amazing.
That's incredible.
Any hesitations doing another season, or this was just...
Not one, except that probably I will not go to Istanbul.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
A little dangerous.
Okay, that's your one. That's the one.
You go anywhere else.
I'm going to take Yemen off the table.
A few things. These all make sense.
Yeah. Really.
So, look, special preview of season 2 airs tonight. I want to ask you about one scene in particular.
Go ahead.
Let's let the scene speak for itself, and then we'll come out.
Okay,
Watch this.
There you go. I am so excited to be here, and you know I don't drink.
Yeah, why do you keep saying that?
Well, because I don't drink.
I got 2 words for you,
what?
Henry. Sake in Kyoto.
A couple of sips, not gonna hurt.
That German beer.
Again, the quote was, "I don't really drink." Can you revise that? There's video evidence.
Well, you know what?
Otherwise.
The thing is that I don't usually drink, but for the show.
Oh, I see. I see.
I had more sake than there is in Japan.
It's for the craft, right? For the show, for the actor.
I am one of those actors. I live in the method.
It seems like a wild time. Who's the biggest party animal of the group?
Well, you know, it all depends. I would have to say the biggest personality is Terry.
Terry Bradshaw, right? Okay.
This George Foreman. Here is an imitation of George Foreman anywhere we are in the world. He sits down He is the greatest napper. Bill Shatner has read every book on the planet. And wants you to know what's on every page.
Oh, okay, right. So he'll talk your ear off. Is that what you mean? Like with really interesting information?
An interesting man.
All right.
Do you guys just get stopped everywhere you go?
We do.
Yeah, I would imagine.
All right, George Foreman is the most recognized man on the planet.
Really?
Everybody knows the heavyweight champion of the world.
Impossible for you guys to get anywhere. It's like just shroud you under a blanket and just run through the airport or something.
Yeah.
So, but one of the best parts about the whole thing, though, is how great you guys get along. Who, though, has the biggest bromance of them all, if you had to sort of narrow it down?
The biggest bromance? Well, Bill Shatner and I, as you can see in our interviews, are very funny together. Terry has taken Jeff Dye, our young comedian who travels all over America being funny, and they are like a father and son. They really are. And George is just Buddha.
Wow.
He's like wisdom.
Love it. Everyone's got their thing.
Yeah, well, we love you guys together. It's a really funny show. Before we let you go, we have to talk about one of the most iconic shows in TV history. Happy Days, of course.
May have heard of it, guys.
You know what? I watched it.
Did you see it? Did you used to watch the reruns?
And then there was no TiVo, so I had to get the tapes. You know?
And just watch it over and over. Look at that.
No,
I had a great time.
You know that nowadays reboots are really popular. You got Full House and Will and Grace coming back. Would you ever do a reboot of Happy Days?
Well, maybe now as the grandfather, but certainly not as the Fonz, or maybe the Fonz as the grandfather.
When you look at that footage and see that, look at that guy. What goes through your head?
That it changed my life, that it introduced me to the world, that it sent my children to college, that I had fun living what I dreamt of doing since I was 7 years old.
What would you have told that guy if you knew then what you know now?
Improve on your vocabulary.
Oh yeah.
Because I spent 10 years going, hey.
And then you spent the rest of your life going, hey.
Yeah, and then it also went, whoa. Let's not forget that.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I really quickly want to mention this. The little kid that we saw earlier that was bullied.
Keaton.
Keaton.
In Tennessee.
Yeah, you saw it over the weekend. You were one of the first people, one of the first celebrities to see this and retweet it and
you
to
know what?
send out a message.
All I thought about was that he was so genuine. Can I just say to you out there, you know, you might bully somebody, you walk away, you have lunch. But what you're really doing is like your words are like a stiletto and you cut somebody open and they are bleeding while you're having lunch. If you're nice to somebody, they feel good, you feel good, it's a win-win situation. Cut it out!
There you go. Nothing else needs to
said.
be said. Thank you so much for putting that out there as well. It's really important stuff. And thank you for joining us and for all
I'm
your
so happy to be here.
It's so good to see you. Guys, everybody, you can catch a special preview of Better Late Than Never Season 2 tonight, 9 Central on NBC.
Better late than never. It'll make you laugh out loud, I guarantee it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift, and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
All right, guys, stick around. We've got big cat expert Boone Smith live in the studio with some adorable baby tigers and leopards. Plus, we're breaking down this morning's big Golden Globe nominations. You don't want to miss it.
But first, it's time for Oh Snap! Well, every woman has a freakum dress hiding in their closet. We all know this. But of course, Beyonce's takes it to the next level. Queen Bee recently released the photos of her wearing the sexy feathery number on her website and social media. The snaps are presumed to have been taken at the Tidal after party back in October. The singer's amazing legs and fit post-baby bod all show through the light purple plumes. This mini dress is yet more proof that Beyonce is the ultimate naughty gal. Get it, B.
And Prince Philip, he may have retired from official duties, but he's still got it, people. The 96-year-old royal, who is husband to Queen Elizabeth, looks dashingly handsome in a portrait created for the Museum of National History at Frederiksborg Castle in Denmark. Prince Philip's charm, it leaps off the picture as he stands in the Grand Corridor at Windsor Castle. Prince Philip is even wearing the sash of the Order of the Elephant, which is Denmark's highest-ranking honor. It's a nod to his Danish heritage and a perfect touch to a lovely portrait. What a handsome man.
He is. Well, hot mama Chrissy Teigen stepped out in Oslo, Norway with husband John Legend on Sunday. The soon-to-be parents of two attended the Nobel banquet. It's part of a week of Nobel Peace Prize-related events. And Chrissy turned up the heat in a hot pink bedazzled gown. Look at that. The dress has a sexy cutout to show out a little bit of mommy cleavage and flows seamlessly over her growing bump. Well, we are definitely excited to see more of Teigen's effortless pregnancy style in the months to come.
Guys, we are following the explosion that's reported near the Port Authority bus terminal at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue in New York City.
Yes, police are responding to reports of an explosion near the Port Authority bus terminal at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue, New York. The New York Police Department Sergeant Brendan Ryan said Monday.
The AC and East subway lines are being evacuated. That was the report. One person is in custody, according to the New York Police Department. Sources with direct knowledge of the situation are reporting that. CNN is providing footage as they, of course, are on the scene there and getting more information as it comes out. Francisco Ramirez is someone that CNN interviewed earlier. He was a witness. He said he heard 2 explosions as he was exiting a bus about 7:45 a.m. Eastern. He heard both blasts distinctly, even though he was wearing headphones. Here was his quote. He said, "From what I saw, it sounded like it came from the subway, but I'm just guessing." He said it was 2 distinct explosions, seconds from each other. He says as he was making his way toward the outside, it kept getting shoved by cops. There were cops in every entrance blocking. Police and SWAT were everywhere. He says it was scary. It was a lot of chaos, but he didn't see any injuries. I think there has been, so far, we have confirmed that there was 1 report of an injury, but the tweets continue to come
and CNN just tweeted, a man who is now in custody was wearing a homemade device that either did not detonate according to plan or malfunctioned, according to an NYPD source.
Yeah, so obviously probably could have been, based on that, it could have been much worse. So we're glad that that things aren't as bad as they could have been. We're looking at a live feed there from Good Morning America at emergency personnel. They're saying responding to the possible pipe bomb detonation at Port Authority in New York City. Look, when things like this happen, especially that time of the day, early in the morning, lots of people commuting. It affects a lot of people immediately, and it gives a heightened sense of awareness and that, a reminder that this kind of thing can always happen. So we will keep updating you on this as information comes in. You can stay with us here on Twitter Live, Facebook Live, also people.com. We'll have updates as well throughout the day.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
She is the most famous tiger in the world. A fearsome warrior known for her legendary power. A mother whose bloodline reigns supreme. But her might is fading. Time is running out. Yet she won't give up. And now the Tiger Queen must battle one of her own.
And it looks like the cat is out of the bag. All the cats are out of the bag. And they're here, running around out of the bag. That's an exciting clip of Nat Geo Wild's 8th annual Big Cat Week, which features jaguars, cheetahs, and lions.
Oh my! Here to break it all down is Big Cat expert.
Oh, hey, buddy. He
Along with his very furry friends, we got baby leopards, Attila and Usain. They're right here. Gideon is waiting in the wings. He's going to be coming out later. Welcome, Boone. So nice to have you. Thanks for bringing
these are declawed, right? I'm sure. Nope.
So first of all, these little cats are so cute. Attila and Usain, they're 3 months old. How ferocious and big will they get?
These two, not very ferocious.
Jumper. Hey, buddy. I heard Attila and Usain are brothers. They keep each other company.
They're brothers. They'll grow when they become adults, about 120 pounds. In the wild, they're wild cousins. Yeah, they live a little different lifestyle. They obviously hunt for a living.
Are they going to be BFFs for life? Will they stick around with each other?
In the wild, they wouldn't. They'd become solitary, but these guys are probably going to be fairly tolerant of each other as they grow up where they're spending so much time.
Yeah, how do big cats bond with each other, especially as they get older?
There's all sorts of things. A lot of it's through scent. A lot of that world we don't understand, but there's, like, you're getting that here.
There we go. No, he's okay. He's okay.
What you're doing right now, this is what they do together. They play, they chew, they wrestle, and it creates that bond.
Yeah, now Gideon is patiently waiting for his turn in the spotlight. So I want to bring out Gideon. Are we ready?
Are we doing this?
We're going to do a swap.
Swap him out?
If you can get
Hey, by the way, this is just your all day, every day. Look at you.
Yeah, I mean.
My gosh, best job in the world.
Let's be honest, this is a pretty cool day to hang out with these little guys.
Look, I do have 2 cats at home, and like playing with that guy, he's a little gnawly, just like my cat.
Those are house cats.
But how long will these cats even be able to be out loose and play without it being a real threat? I mean,
obviously this isn't something we recommend that people go out and get a pet tiger or.
Okay, so here we go. This is Gideon.
That's real deal.
Tell us about Gideon.
All right, Gideon is a Bengal tiger. Thing about tigers, I want people to know they're an extremely endangered cat. They're kind of our flagship species.
I feel like I'm going to be endangered if that cat gets too excited right now.
I mean, if he's anything like those other
No, I know, right?
He's
What are the most common misconceptions about the Bengal tiger and the leopard?
Really that they're man-eaters. I mean, that they're out there
As
hunting
was-
people,
as I
that
just
this or
said,
that.
Yeah.
So, no, these guys are great. I mean, obviously, these are our animal ambassadors. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
right.
They're here just to help us promote what's out there. We don't want this as a norm that we have. People go out and get pets. What we want to do is be able to promote the opportunity of, hey, these guys are endangered. There's a lot going on in their lives. We want to live in a world with tigers and leopards and lions, and we need to do something now. And that's part of Big Cats Week message. The Big Cats initiative that we run alongside with it, that's how people can get involved.
Yeah, I mean,
But these guys are something, huh?
Is there anything else that might surprise us about these cats?
You know, in the time I've worked with big cats, is what I love about them is there's a personality. Everyone's got its own personality, and I think that's what lets us as humans kind of relate to them.
I'm so glad this cat's personality seems gentle and humble and just likes to sit there. Big Cat Week is definitely, it's shining a light on the fight and everything that's going on here. But what can fans expect when they tune in to Big Cat Week?
This, lions, tigers, leopards. If you love it, your favorite cat will be on. We've got something from the real life world dramas that are out there, the documentaries, to specials about, you know, how these wild cats relate to our domestic cousins that are in our houses. We've got a little everything.
That is such a beautiful cat.
Of course, we can't forget that this is more than just a television event. Big Cats Week is part of a larger cause, Nat Geo Wild's Big Cats Initiative. Is this something that everyday people like us can get involved in?
You bet. Go online, any of the National Geographic websites will take you there. We actually, the Big Cats Initiative, I mean, this supports over 100 different projects.
Wow.
It's been going on since 2009. Like that is what makes the difference. People can go on, they can donate money. There's fact sheets about the different animals, what they can do. But get on there, check it out. There's a bunch of different projects, and it all goes to a just incredible cause.
Right. Now, before you go, you are the cat expert. In your opinion, who's really king of the jungle here? Is it one of these guys? Is it those two back there?
If we go by size, tigers are the biggest.
Tigers are the biggest. All right,
are the biggest.
There you go. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hey, buddy.
All right. Well, Boone, thank you so much.
I don't want it to be over.
You can bring these guys back anytime you want.
As long as they are this size.
And everyone, make sure to tune in to Nat Geo Wild's Big Cat Week tonight and all week long. You can just keep licking my foot if you want. I like it a lot. Thank you.
This is Jennifer Aniston, who told people her beauty secret. It's called water. This is Julia Roberts, who confessed her $1 million beauty treatment. It's called sleep. This is Courtney, who escapes to the spa. And Michelle, who swears by good lighting. And this is Beyonce, who woke up like this. These are people's insider trading tips to beauty from the world's most beautiful people. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
And guys, we are following that explosion reported near the Port Authority bus terminal at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue in New York City.
Yes, as we've been reporting, police responding to reports of an explosion near the Port Authority bus terminal at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue. New York Police Department Sergeant Brendan Ryan said this morning on Monday, of course.
The AC and E subway lines, they are part of the main line that kind of go through there. They're being evacuated. One person is in custody, according to 2 New York Police Department sources with direct knowledge of that situation.
Yeah, and as we reported earlier, Francisco Ramirez said he heard 2 explosions as he was exiting a bus about 7:45 a.m. Eastern time. He heard both blasts distinctly, even though he was wearing headphones. He says, from what I saw, it sounded like it came from the subway, but I'm just guessing. He further said it was 2 distinct explosions seconds from each other. As I was making my way toward the outside, I kept getting shoved by cops, and there were cops at every entrance blocking, and there was police and SWAT everywhere. It was scary. It was just a lot of chaos, but I didn't see any injuries.
Yeah, now, of course, different witnesses have different perspectives, and we're continuing and will continue over the next hours to hear from people who were there. ABC News streaming live there and saying one suspect in custody after the explosion at the Port Authority bus terminal in New York City. Look, especially in New York, we had that attack not long ago with the truck down in downtown on the west side, near the West Side Highway in Manhattan. Things happen in New York City a lot. The city's very resilient when it comes to these kinds of things, but of course, you know, a lot of nerves. And when you hear about this kind of thing, it is a reminder that we're always at risk, not only in New York, but across the country. You never know what's going to happen and what people are going to be up to. So as the details keep coming in here, we're going to keep you guys posted. Of course, people.com, Facebook Live, Twitter Live. We'll keep you posted throughout the day. day.
Yeah, and CNN did tweet this out. They said a man who is now in custody was wearing a homemade device that either did not detonate according to plan or malfunctioned, according to an NYPD source.
Yeah, so perhaps, you know, we're reporting one injury so far. Perhaps that person is the injured. We don't know. So when we can confirm more, we'll let you know as we keep tracking along with all of this. A lot going on today. It's a very busy day in the world of entertainment as well. The 2018 Golden Globe nominations have been going on all morning, live this morning. Here's some of the big nominees this morning we're very excited about.
Yes, well, we love her. Chrissy Metz will be facing off with Shailene Woodley for Best Supporting Actress in a Series, Limited Series, or TV Movie. Now, Chrissy, of course, for This Is Us, and Shailene for Big Little Lies. I love both of these women.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough category. Yeah. Other nominees in the category are Laura Dern for Big Little Lies, Ann Dowd for The Handmaid's Tale, and Michelle Pfeiffer for The Wizard of Lies. Now, the nominees for Best TV Series Drama are The Crown, Game of Thrones, The Handmaid's Tale, Stranger Things, and This Is Us.
That's a very, very tough category for sure. Yeah. More This Is Us love, Sterling K. Brown being nominated for Best Performance by an Actor in a Television Series, Comedy, or Musical. Yeah. He's being nominated along with Jason Bateman for Ozark, Freddie Highmore, The Good Doctor, Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul, Lee Schreiber, and for Ray Donovan.
Yeah, and Best Actress in a Television Series Drama, Maggie Gyllenhaal for The Deuce, Will Goyne against Elizabeth Moss for The Handmaid's Tale.
Ooh, that's going to be tough. I love Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah, I'm getting more excited as we go. Like, you know, this is going to be such great competition. And now we move on to some movies. The Globes, of course, TV and movies.
And the nominees for Best Motion Picture, Comedy, or Musical: Get Out, The Greatest Showman, I, Tonya. Yeah, I, Tonya.
And Lady Bird. Yeah, so The Greatest Showman is getting great reviews already. Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron, Zendaya among the cast there. So really incredible competition when it comes to
Get Out got a lot of buzz. And I, Tonya, Margot Robbie did a really great job in that.
I am going with Get Out on that. If you care to know my opinion.
I do.
Best performance by an actor in a motion picture, comedy, or musical: Steve Carell, Battle of the Sexes, Ansel Elgort from Baby Driver, James Franco, The Disaster Artist, Hugh Jackman, The Greatest Showman, Danielle Kaluuya from Get Out. Oh man, that's impossible. I can't narrow that down right now.
Well, I love The Disaster Artist, so I think that's a really good one. I mean, that got a lot of buzz recently, but a lot of those other ones too.
That's going to be one of those categories where The Disaster Artist is the one that's beloved by the industry and people, the voting crowd probably, the HFPA for the Golden Globes. But then something like Baby Driver might have more broad appeal. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out as the movies keep coming out. Anyway, you can check out People.com for a full list of those nominations for the Golden Globes. And of course, just to give a little teaser, we're all excited. We'll be doing live coverage of award season, all award season long right here at People. So coming up tomorrow, guys, we're live with TV personality Jax Taylor, dishing on all the drama of the latest episode of Bravo's hit reality show, Vanderpump Rules. Woo! Plus dancing sensations Max and Val Schmirkovsky reveal who's more likely to forget their choreography and more in an epic People Now Confess Sesh. That's tomorrow.
Thank you so much for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from crazy ex-girlfriend star Vincent Rodriguez. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Hey, I'm Vincent Rodriguez III, and this is one last thing. The last thing I cooked was 2 false attempts at gluten-free vegan chocolate chip cookies for my husband and I. My last vacation was Palm Springs, around the time I was trying to lose weight, right before I began my 12-week fitness transformation. The last show I binged was Stranger Things, duh. The last road trip I had was, I don't know if this counts, but Anaheim. I went to go sing with the Westminster Barbershop Chorus because they're one of the top 4 barbershop courses in the country, and I'm a music geek.